Hello. I'm going to do another alphabet vlog. Okay, so we're up to C. Let's see, for C is for cats. Because I have 3 cats. When I grew up, I had no animals. Well, that's not strictly true because my mum let us have 2 fishes at one point, which I didn't really want, but obviously I love them because I love all animals. They didn't last that long, although I do know how to keep fish because my dad had fish. I don't think he still does, but we did look into it as well. So I don't know why but I suppose fish don't always last that long anyway. But that's usually down to bad management. Anyway, I'm not supposed to be talking about fish. I'm gonna relax and talk about cats. So quite recently, I decided to get a cat. Actually, I didn't actually decide. I went to my friend's house and she let her cats have kittens quite a few times, and I'd not got them before. I'd gone there, seen the kittens, wanted them and not got them. That's what I mean. But this time, one of the kittens found me, crawled up and sat on my lap and fell asleep. And actually all its little cat siblings came and followed her, I should say, and they all fell asleep on my lap. And obviously didn't get up because I didn't want to get up while they were asleep. I didn't want to wake them up. And we sort of bonded a little bit, me and this first little black cat, which was all fluffy, like, because she's got quite long hair. And my friend was saying, oh, it's the smelly one, and no, I don't think anyone wants it, and I thought, oh, I do. Oh, it's lovely. And even when the others went, she stayed with me. So when I came home, I decided sort of that I was going to make it work, and we were going to be able to have one, and we were going to find a place to put the food and the bed and things like that. Anyway, so I asked my boyfriend, and we thought about it for a bit, and he's had cats before, so he knows what he's doing. Hello, it's Holly. She likes to be in a lot of videos. That's not the one we got, that's her daughter. So, yeah, so I went back and I did actually decide to get her, and we called her Bella. We decided to get her when we were going to have 2 weeks off, so we'd be in every single day to get her used to the place. And she used to be an absolute terror, and she ripped up everything, and she was well trained, like litter trained and things, but she just used to go on these wild sort of pouncing moves. She still likes, when I put the throw out, she still chases about on it like it's a game, even though she's a grown-up. Anyway, she had kittens. I'm not going to go into that because I'm going to end up blaming somebody, you know who you are. And we had some beautiful, beautiful kittens for that, and we've ended up with 2, although we were going to have one. One of them didn't get rehomed, so we've ended up with 3. Anyway, I like cats because they are nice and quiet and quite independent, but they're still loving, and I like the way they communicate. I'm quite happy to sort of, do eye things at them, and don't really want to go on about cats too long. But yeah, C is for cats because we've got them. C is also for colour. I love colour. A lot of people think I don't love colour because I wear a lot of black. And I've always worn a lot of black, really, well, since my teens. And people always used to say, oh, number 1, black's morbid, black's boring, and they used to say, oh, why do you like dark colours? And I think, well, I don't necessarily like dark colours. I don't really see black as a dark colour. I understand it is a dark colour, but I see black and white as sort of different but equal. So I'm quite happy. I would wear all white, and white's definitely not a dark colour. It is monochrome, I suppose, and I like grey, so that explains that. But I love black and white. I just do. But I love colour as well. And just because I don't choose to wear it a lot in clothes, although I do more now, and I'm not scared of where I'd wear it, especially like purple, and I'd wear red, don't mind pink, I like yellow, everything, just, blue looks up nice. Anyway, I'm not talking about clothes, just like as an artist I like colour, as for objects and everything, because of that's the way I look at things. I break everything down into colour, and that's why I prefer to paint than to sketch, because when you're painting you put one colour next to another colour that makes the line. You don't actually paint a line around things, yeah, so just really do like all different colours. As far as colour is concerned with people, I think there's too much emphasis put on it, and the whole like black people, white people thing or whatever. If people keep talking in terms of black and white, then there's going to be racism still, and there's going to be people grouping people together like that. But I mean, I think it's okay sometimes. I mean, it's just like saying, like blonde people, or green-eyed people, or things like tall people. It's okay in a way, but when it comes to reinforcing stereotypes, it's maybe not such a good thing. And I generally don't see things in those terms. I mean, people are people, and people nowadays are so mixed together anyway. Someone could look very dark-skinned, and then their parents could have a completely white-looking parent, or vice versa. And I don't see what it has to do with anything. And I don't understand why white people spend their life trying to be more brown, and brown people, not all of them, but a lot of them I meet, the ladies want to wear paler makeup to be more westernized. I don't really. You are how you are, and I know it's okay to change yourself, and if that's really what you want, but you shouldn't always just assume that the grass is greener or something. Especially don't like when dark people think they have to bleach their skin and stuff to be lighter. But I suppose it's only equal to us putting fake tan on, and I like a bit of fake tan, so it's weird, isn't it? It's just weird to think about. Also, beginning with C, children. I don't have any, but I like children. I like playing with children because I like playing. I like talking to children and teaching children. I used to want to be a teacher, but I don't have any, and I'm quite scared of being pregnant. I don't know what to expect from it. It is quite a scary thing, but everybody does it, so they can do it. I guess I can do it too. Where's my list? Crowds. Don't like crowds. I avoid crowds. And I like a lot of music, but I've never been to a concert. Concert. Because of the crowds and how loud it would be and how I'd be pushed around, and I really don't like to be in those kind of environments. I don't know why, really. I mean, I've been to the fair and things, and there's lots of crowds there. It depends who you're with. If you're with someone you feel safe with, you don't notice the crowds. But if you're feeling intimidated, I don't know, you get nasty people and bullies, thieves, and I don't like the idea of being pushed about. And I don't always feel like being seen by a lot of people, or the thought of having, look in the eyes of all those people and stuff. It sounds really stupid. Sometimes I don't mind whatsoever usually, I don't know, when say I was looking after somebody else in a crowd, I'm alright. Like when I'm looking after children and that, or if I've got another thing to occupy my brain. Anyway, this is not making a lot of sense, so I'm going to move on. Crimbobulus I've written down, that's Xmas. Gilles calls it Crimbobulus for fun, because I told him we're not supposed to say it because I'm Jewish and I don't believe, I better not say, because I don't want to offend people who do believe that, and I've got a lot of Christian friends, and I'm fine, with them celebrating Xmas, and this is not against Xmas in any way whatsoever, but just to explain to you, I don't celebrate it, and I don't understand why people are always saying to me, you don't celebrate it, poor you, sort of thing. No, I have my own festivals, I have my own religion, and they're all year round, and I'm perfectly happy. I've always done that, and that's what I do, and I don't miss having Xmas, because it's hardly even religious for most people. I suppose that's why they don't understand why I don't celebrate it, because it's kind of so normalised. People who aren't Christian celebrate it, so they probably don't understand. But I don't put up a tree, and I don't have a dinner on it, and I certainly don't go to church, but I don't buy my parents things for it, or my spouse, what other things, I don't know, we just don't. And when people say, well, what's your Christmas? Well, we don't have one, because our Saviour hasn't come. So people obviously don't know what that means. I don't know, most people seem to think of it as far as getting presents, and that's not really what it was about originally anyway. The nearest thing to it, I always think, is Shabbos, which is every week, because we have the evening, you have Christmas Eve, or Xmas Eve, sorry, so we have the Eve on the Friday night. My mum used to give me presents, and people would, there'd be the rush to buy food beforehand. On Fridays in religious communities, you'll notice that, and on the day you have a big meal, and you wear nice clothes, and it's a family thing, and you probably eat too much, and you probably sit around with your family or play games. We used to play games. It's not part of the rules to play games at all, but and there's religious element. Some people will pray, obviously. I know some people who have Xmas aren't religious and probably wouldn't go to church, but they might go to church, and we might go to our synagogue. You have your best, of course you have your best cloth on, and you have desserts, and 3-course meal or more sometimes, and it reminds me of it. Okay, so yeah, I don't have that, mind you. That's a long way away now. Our next festival is Passover, and that's coming quite soon. A friend who's going to drive me there for it, and he usually does that for me. Anyway, I think that does it for C. I think for anything else, I'll write it in the description below. Ooh, I forgot chocolate. How could I forget chocolate? Begins with C. Mind you, I don't eat a lot of it, but there's some here. Just chocolate chips. like chips, but then that's going to go in potato, because potatoes are A's. But if you want sweets, chocolate.